Well, we continue to follow breaking news from yesterday. Missouri Governor Mike Parson commuted the sentence of former KCPD detective Eric DeValkenaere. He was convicted of shooting and killing Cameron Lamb in 2019. DeValkenaere was serving a 6-year prison sentence. Since the announcement, we've seen reactions from Lamb's family and DeValkenaere supporters, and it didn't come as a surprise to many because Governor Parson had hinted for a while that he was considering a pardon or a commutation. Incoming Governor Mike Kehoe also ran on that platform during the November election.
I believe we need to have Eric's back. And I've been very vocal about saying, should I succeed in running for governor, Eric DeValkenaere will be home with his family.
We used to say it's a slap in the face what they're doing, but they done put a double punch in the gut with this situation.
Jackson County Prosecutor Jean Peters Baker, who filed the charges against DeValkenaere, posted her reaction on social media. She wrote, quote, DeValkenaere was convicted for killing an unarmed man, period. He was shown incredible mercy by the governor. No such mercy was shown to the victims. We're also hearing reaction from the community and its leaders. KCHP 41 News reporter Lily O'Shea Becker shares how they believe this decision will impact Kansas City.
With everything and all of the rumors that's out now, you know, he'll get to come out right around the holidays and, you know, spend the time with his family and break bread with them. So it's hard because we cannot do the same thing.
That was Cameron Lamb's mother, Lori, when we spoke with her back in November. She was talking about the rumors surrounding the commutation of Eric DeValkenaere's 6-year sentence. And as we learned on Friday, DeValkenaere was released from an out-of-state prison after serving a little bit more than a year. I'm KCHP 41 News reporter Lily O'Shea Becker, and I spoke with community leaders about what Missouri Governor Mike Parson's decision means for the Kansas City community.
President and CEO of Ad Hoc Group Against Crime, Damon Daniel, first learned of the commutation through our reporting.
I was really kind of caught, taken back a bit, given the fact that here we are, the holiday season.
Just days before Christmas and weeks after the 5-year anniversary of Cameron Lamb's death, it's a difficult time for the Lamb family.
Actually, I spoke with Cameron Lamb's mom this morning, and I learned that today actually marks the 5-year anniversary of when he was laid to rest.
After years of court appearances, fighting for justice, and balloon releases, it's now even harder for the Lamb family to let this go.
They have not received any kind of explanation from the governor's office.
It's what Senior Pastor Emmanuel Cleaver III is calling a blow to the community.
The sheer injustice of it all is what caused me to say something, speak out. I think it says that police can do whatever they want.
Over the years, many in the community have come together to support the Lamb family. Cleaver and Daniel say that support still stands.
There will be plans to move forward from here.
Daniel did share with me from what he's seen, the Lamb family is strong and they're leaning on their faith in this difficult time. Reporting in Kansas City, Lily O'Shea Becker, KSHB 41 News.
Lily, thank you. The folks advocating for DeValkenaere's release called his prosecution political. Jean Peters Baker denied that, pointing to his conviction and 2 appeal denials. We put together a timeline for more context on how this case began.
A Kansas City police officer had never before been found guilty of killing a black man in the city's history. Former KCPD detective Eric DeValkenaere's conviction rested largely on whether or not he and his partner had a right to be on Cameron Lamb's property when he shot and killed Lamb in 2019. And that's where this case began on December 3rd of that year. Lamb was reportedly involved in a car chase with his ex-girlfriend, speeding down his neighborhood streets around 41st and College. Undercover officers saw the car speeding, but nobody ever tried to pull Lamb over. Lamb went back home, and DeValkenaere and his partner got to his house just as Lamb was backing into his garage. DeValkenaere shot and killed Lamb shortly after, claiming Lamb pointed a gun at his partner. In June 2020, a grand jury handed down an indictment, and DeValkenaere was charged in Lamb's death. After a 4-day bench trial in November 2021, DeValkenaere was found guilty of second-degree involuntary manslaughter and armed criminal action. As part of his ruling, Judge Dale Young said DeValkenaere and his partner did not have probable cause to be at Lamb's house. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison and allowed out on bond during a pending appeal. In October 2023, the Western Missouri Court of Appeals upheld DeValkenaere's conviction and issued a warrant for his arrest. DeValkenaere turned himself in and was sent to a correction center in St. Joseph. And there was already talk days later that Governor Mike Parson was considering granting clemency. Last year in November, DeValkenaere was transferred to an out-of-state facility for his own safety. That's according to the Missouri Department of Corrections. After Parson commuted his sentence, DeValkenaere was freed on the afternoon of Friday, December 20th, 2024, a little over a year into his sentence.
And we have a much more detailed timeline on our website, kshb.com. A spokesperson for the Missouri Department of Corrections said that DeValkenaere was released at 1:15 Friday afternoon. They did not tell us which facility or state he was in. And we'll continue to follow what happens following this decision.